Hey, what's going on, my fellow collectors? Tonight I am taking a look at the NECA quarter scale Leonardo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie figure. Very excited to have this after a long day's work. This was sitting on the porch when I got home. So, and much quicker this time, I must say. Big Bad Toy Store, man, it took forever to get my Raphael. This one came very, very quick, so I'm very excited. Now it's going to be a challenge getting this all on screen, but this is the front of the packaging, basically the same thing that we've seen with the other two turtles that we have gotten so far. You get this kind of a half open window, you get that like famous movie poster, you get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you get Nickelodeon. On the one side you got some nice pictures of the figure. You got the head and then you got the full body down there, and it says NECA. And then on the back you get some nice shots of the figure. Along with that, another famous picture, a little bit of a read up there, NECA on the bottom. Then on the side you basically get another nice head shot, and you get a full body shot of the figure. And the bottom, it gives you all the credit to the people responsible. And on the top you got Nickelodeon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now Leonardo did come a little bit different than Raphael and Donatello did. The feet, you don't have to worry about any of those stupid wires with the feet, and his accessories actually come kind of like in their own little case, whereas the other ones were just kind of like kind of bubbled to the side. You had to take it's a pain in the ass getting these things out of the box. But on the back of this, there is this piece that you can take off and remove, and then kind of put this on the front of the box, and it will give you a full portrait of that old style movie. Very cool. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate because you have the holes from where those little wire things go in around it, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. But that is the box, guys. Let's pop Leonardo up here and check him out. Okay, so here is Leonardo out of the packaging. Now, to get the close-up view, I'm just going to take the camera off the stand, so bear with me. But let's go over his accessories. Now, you do get a really nice TCIR canister, just like Donatello and Raphael both got. The only difference with Leonardo's is one side opens up, so that's pretty neat. You do get the two fists that are on them, which are also holding, and you also get some other hands here. You get this one kind of pointy hand, but I mean just the paint and sculpt on just the hands alone. I mean, the entire figure is just so nice with the paint and sculpt. It's ridiculous. Really, really nice job. I mean, look at that. This is kind of like a relaxed hand. We get another, kind of sword holding, gripping hand. We get another kind of relaxed hand. Get another gripping hand. And we get kind of like another relaxed hand. And of course, they all have the hinge that needs to be broken in, but go up and down. And yep, here's one. Here's I know that's up and down. One of these should go side to side, I thought. Oh, maybe they don't. I thought one of these had a different hinge on it, but maybe it's one that he's got on already. Nope. But anyways, going on to his swords. I mean, they're done really, really nice. I mean, look at the nice chrome color, and there's even like a little bit of weathering going on in there. Very nice. Nice straps down at the back. And this is just kind of a plastic, almost be careful bending it plastic because it might snap. But I mean, just his katana alone is like damn near 12 inches. I mean, just the sword. The figure is like 16.9 inches or something like that. And here's his other sword, which I mean, they both look pretty much identical. The only thing that I've noticed is there's a little bit of color difference between my two, straps. This one is definitely lighter, so that is a little bit odd. But I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little bit lighter. This one's a little bit darker. But yeah, let's take a look at Leonardo. I'm gonna take the camera up just to get a better look at this, and then I'll put it back on to get the articulation. But man, look at that head sculpt. Look at that. I mean, that is such a spot on picture of Leonardo. Very, very nice. And of course the head sculpt, I mean the bandana is sculpted, and then the back of the bandana is like a stretchy spandex material. But very, very nice job with that head sculpt. I mean, coming down, I mean, all the bodies on all three turtles are exactly the same. So I mean, there really is no difference. There's just a little bit of difference in the shell, and that's, I mean, it's the same exact shell, but basically you're just getting a little, some cuts in here and there on Raphael's shell and all that. But I mean, just absolutely beautiful job what they did with these figures. So crazy. Here's a little side shot. I mean, it's just such a nice job. I love the elbow pads and the wrist and the knee pads. They look so good. How they make them look so, realistic. Really nice muscle definition. I mean, everything is just painted and sculpted really, really well. Here's a back shot of the figure. As you see, there is a little bit of difference in blue as far as the molded and the the cloth, but I mean, it's not that bad. Now, the one thing that I am curious about is what's up with this right here. Why there is this little cutout shape. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the movie to see if that is an actual thing. I'm sure it probably is like that. I just never noticed it, because NECA's really good on that, attention to detail. But I did find that to look a little bit funny when I first saw it. I was like, oh, why is it all cut out like that? And while we're back here, his swords do fit into the sheaths really nice. So you can get both swords in there. Sorry, I'm like not paying attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, very nice. So I'll give you that shot and then turn them around to the last side view. So there's what he looks like with his swords in. I mean, this figure is absolutely amazing. I really do hope they make, 6-inch figures of this line. I mean, they're not going to be as detailed as we get right here, but man, that would be so nice if we could get that. Just because, I mean, these are a little bit big. It's tough to find space for these guys. But I mean, it's just such a bargain. And, for the Ninja Turtles fan, you're going to love it. But all right, I'm going to put the camera back on the tripod and try to show you guys his articulation. Okay, now as far as articulation, now his head is basically just on a big ball. So I mean, you do get side to side. So you basically get, full rotation movement. You get a little bit of up. You get a good little bit of down. You get a tiny little bit of side to side pivot. And basically his entire, torso area is on a little bit of a, pivot. You can pivot left and right and even rotate, just a tiny little bit. I mean, it's not going anywhere because of the shell. But as far as his legs, he's got ratcheting joints that'll go all the way out. You do have thigh swivel. They will kick forward, but man, it sounds like you're gonna break it, but it will kick forward just a little bit. And the knees, you just have a tiny little bend, about that much. The legs do swivel all the way around. They go forward a tiny little bit. They go up a tiny little bit. You don't really get much pivot. You basically just get, you know, rotation. Now, as far as his arms, they do go out horizontally about that much. And of course, that swivels, you know, all the way around. You do get double jointed elbows, which work surprisingly well. I mean, you get a good little bit of range with that. And of course, you do have swivel there as well. Of course, all the hands do swivel and hinge in and out. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, he's got a nice bit of articulation for him, especially for being so big. But I'm getting much better movement at his elbow joints than I do, especially this one. I mean, I'm getting really, really nice movement with that one. And I haven't got that kind of movement with Donatello or Raphael. But I mean, look at that. I can bring his arm all the way to his chest like that. So that's great. This one doesn't even really want to do it that much. I'm guessing maybe it's where the elbow pad is. It's just giving me some more range. But yeah, really, really nice range with these guys. All right, but that's Leonardo's articulation. Let's pop Raphael and Donatello up here and get a... Okay, so here's a shot of all three turtles side by side. And as you can see, I mean, man, once we get Michelangelo, it is going to make a really, really nice looking display on some big shelf wherever you have extra room in your collection. But there's Donatello. Like I said, all the bodies are exactly the same. The shells are exactly the same. We don't know if we're going to get a different body for Michelangelo or not. You know, him being a little bit smaller. But, you know, they just look so amazing. And of course, I did forget to mention that Leonardo does come with a slice of pizza. And all the turtles come with a slice of pizza. And there's Leonardo again. So I don't know what happened to his slice of pizza. I hope I didn't lose it. But there's all three of them. Gives you a comparison of what they're going to look like on the shelf. And they're just going to look absolutely great on the shelf. Let me just grab... this is basically the slice of pizza that you get with all the turtles. And it's just, you know, kind of like a soft plastic. But it's got some pretty nice detail on there. Nice painting. Bottom. So, I mean, as far as accessories, I mean... You know, you can't complain that there's not enough, even though you can say, oh, I wish we could get more than just a, you know, the can of ooze and the hands and the pizza, you know. But I mean, we are getting all their weapons. So, I mean, I do remember seeing pictures that you get little baby turtles with them, but I don't know when that's going to happen, or if that's some kind of exclusive deal, or if they're going to, you know, just sell those separately. But yeah, guys, that is the NECA quarter scale Leonardo figure from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Like I said, these figures are highly, highly recommended figures. They're just so cool, and they're so worth the money. They look great together. I know they're big, and I can totally feel the complaint of where in the heck am I going to put that, because they are really big. And I am definitely 100% behind the people that are wishing for NECA to do, you know, a 7-inch scale for these guys, because I would totally get rid of these and just get those. But I mean, these are really, really nice. I mean, at the end of the day, they are just really, really nice. Very big and very nice. But yeah, guys, that's the figure review, and I will catch y'all on the next figure review. Take care.